let go of what no longer serves. Psychic reading time. Right, so if you want a personalised reading, link top of any of my socials, same day guaranteed from 15 quid. Right, so bottom of the deck, straight away, I've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So the Queen of Wands in the reverse position, yes, it can talk about toxic feminine energy. What this feels more like is that this is somebody else. Now, the Queen of Wands can often be equated to a witch, witchcraft, etc. Now, you've had somebody in your energy who's been dabbling in dark magic. Okay, they've tried to use this to stop you and bring you down. What they're stopping you from, Sun card in the reverse. Okay, they've been trying to block your Sun card moment, your Sun card life. Okay, jealousy and greed. Okay, King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the King of Swords in the upright position is how I describe my reading style. Blunt, direct to the point here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want here. King of Swords in the reverse position, negative self-talk. Okay, they've tried to affect your mentality. Now, as I always say, remember, spiritual war, 90% of spiritual war is psychological. It's not the black magic, it's not the energy manipulation. It's about putting things in people's heads. Okay, so yeah, you've had a Queen of Wands in the reverse, some nasty bitch who's been trying to stop you from reaching your abundance. They thought they could take what was yours. They thought they could take what was yours. Okay, they wanted to do it by riding coattails. They didn't want to put the hard work in themselves. This person is a serial user. This person goes from person to person, robbing ideas, taking things, taking energy, siphoning as well. They've learned to siphon. Okay, and they think that they're going to get away with this. Okay, source's eye is firmly on this person. They have used their gifts and abilities to try and focus on themselves, get what they want. Okay, you have nothing left to do but to sit back in your truth and knowledge and your power. Continue what you're doing. You cannot be replicated. Okay, this person is trying to replicate the success that you have had. This person is trying to replicate the ideas, skills, and knowledge that you have gained, but they haven't put the hard work in. So it would be like somebody studying for a test, but they've not done all the study. They've literally got the answers to the test and they've memorized it. However, okay, at the last minute, the person who's written the test material has decided to change some of the questions as they've got wind that the answers have been leaked. Okay, yeah, so there's going to be a certain amount. Cable falling off. Confirmation cable drop. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Right, Moon card came flying out. So ruler of flux and reflux. Right. So the Moon card talks about the unknowns. Right. This is. I'm going to go a bit left field with this. Right. So I was going to say it's normally about the unknowns and still more at play. I feel like basically this person's now being put in the dark. It's like lights out. Okay, you ain't gonna have any more information, any more knowledge. Hermit in the reverse, Magus of the Voice of Light. Now, in this deck, the Hermit is kind of offering the snake something, right? So it's in the reverse position. I feel like this person has been offered something, and because you've kind of got wise to it, you've cut them off. That snake's going to come and bite them. Okay, and also with the Hermit, I feel like they are going to go into hiding. They're gonna basically, for want of a better phrase, run off. Knight of Cups in the reverse, Lord of Waves and Water. Okay, now, right, okay, what I'm actually drawn to on this deck is the Peacock in the reverse. Okay, so when we talk about somebody peacocking, they're showy, they're bravado and stuff like that. 414 on the timer, and I feel like this is somebody who's been flaunting and flouncing around and making out the big I am. But all that's come from your knowledge, or that's come from your wisdom, your power, your ideas. I feel like this collective that I'm talking to, you're quite creative. You have quite creative juices flowing, and this person's used that. Now, the problem is that they thought that they could gain enough information and knowledge from you to kind of bake their own cake, if you want to call it that. It's like they've got the list of the ingredients, and they feel like they can bake that cake. The problem is that they can't, because this cake, it takes a certain amount of flair, it takes a certain amount of knowledge, and not all the kind of instructions are there. So if you think about like Bake Off, for example, I've not seen it in years now, but sometimes they do these challenges where they've just got the ingredients and then they've got to figure out how to put it together and timing and stuff like that. It's a little bit of that like that. It's like they've got so many instructions. They've got the list of the ingredients. They've got so many instructions, but they haven't got timings. Okay, because this person is 100% narcissistic. Okay, and the problem with narcissists is, apart from the evil stuff, is that they don't have any flair. They're all about taking other people's ideas, robbing other people's ideas, and then they try and pass it off as their own. You know what I mean? I've had it a number of times through my life. Okay. King of Wands has come flying out. Prince of the Chariot of Fire. Right. So this is either yourself. Okay, you're taking control of the situation, or you've got someone or something that's got you back. Okay. I'm being told that the flaming sword is in use. Okay. This person's being taken down in the astral. Okay, because I do feel like they've got psychic skills and abilities. They're being taken down in the astral, and that flaming sword is going to cut through all of it.